Well, thank you guys for watching. I gotta beat this guy off.
Whoa!
That doesn't sound right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa.
Before you beat me off. Okay, man. Whenever you're ready, good sir.
Welcome back, everyone, to Fly Under the Radar. I'm your host, William. This is my other host, Timothy, over here. What is up, everyone?
Why are you asking them what is up?
Because I want this to be interactive.
You have to come. We
know what I
need
mean?
a better introduction. Can we come up with a better introduction quickly?
A better intro. Why did you say what's up, guys?
But
Yeah.
like, you can't ask them what's up because they're not here. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's not like a Twitch stream where they can comment.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
what do people usually say?
What do people usually say?
They just say.
Welcome back to the podcast, but I feel like we should.
I literally said that though.
Yeah, but like I feel like we should have a thing with like fly under the radar. You know what I mean? Like it should be like smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like how can we like create a slogan? You know. So like fly under the radar. Well, I guess we could say welcome back to fly under the radar, but like
I mean, that's what I've been saying, but
that's kind of like basic. Anyways, welcome back to fly under the radar. But then we should have like a small like description after. You know, like let's say their first time watching. Like welcome back to fly under the radar and then the description of the podcast.
like
you know?
the podcast for something. or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, like something like that.
So what is this podcast for?
Well, me and you, brothers, just come and talk about anything, everything. So, we can be like
Welcome back to Fly Under the
under the radar, buddy.
Bro. Welcome back to Fly Under the Radar, the podcast where two brothers talk about shit. I don't know, bro.
Talk
Like,
about shit. True.
like,
Okay, let's try it again. Welcome back to Fly Under the Radar, where two broskies talk about shit.
facts. Tell them. Dude, okay.
And then you have to say, the other person has to say facts after.
Facts. 100%.
Okay. Well, we'll remember that for next week.
Will we?
We will.
He
Or
will.
I will.
He
He
will.
doesn't remember anything. He just shows
will.
up here. Anyways, oh yeah, the thing is like I wanted to do this thing where at the beginning of each episode we look at our subscriber count on YouTube so like we can see how it grows continuously. You know what? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like
okay. What are we at right now?
so currently we've recorded 5 episodes and we've been, I don't want to say we've been inconsistent, but we have been inconsistent. But starting from now on, we're going to be doing once a week. We might miss one episode at the end of August because we're busy. However, we're currently sitting at 20 subscribers after 5 episodes.
Let's go.
So,
dude.
you know.
That's what, 4 subscribers per episode?
Let's go. Yeah, let's see the exponential growth over time. But I think it's just cool to kind of maybe look back in the future and see where we were at this time, you know. So 20 subscribers in. And yeah.
You could be the 21st.
True. So what did you do this week? See, like, I know you don't want to prepare anything, but like all I ask is you write a few notes. Like if something interesting happened or like, you know, you had an interesting conversation that you want to bring up, you can bring it in now. You know what I mean? Like I prepare the rest of the episode, but at least have some points. You know what I'm saying? Like some thoughts in the back of your mind. Did you do anything interesting that you think the audience would be interested in hearing?
No. Well, okay. I've been programming lately and doing some side projects. I don't know. Should I talk about languages and stuff, or like what I've been doing, or no?
Well,
Do
if you
people
want to
understand
if
it or
you want to
no?
get into specifics, you can. But like,
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm a full stack developer, which basically means I make applications regarding databases and web apps, right? So I've been learning new technologies regarding those things to be up to date and to expand my horizon, because it's always good to learn new things and to see what's out there, right? It's like, let's say you're a car guy or whatever, or a mechanic or some shit, and you know like what like one car is compared to another car, like how the inner workings work, which cars are good or what, that type of stuff. So for programming, there's like different languages where it's like, okay, you can use this language to make this application, and it's good in this aspects or this area because let's say it's popular or there's a lot of support for it, but it might be not as good as another language, but then the other language doesn't have as much support or is brand new or that type of stuff, right? So it's always good to learn a bunch of different, they're called frameworks, used to make these applications. So I've been playing around with different types of frameworks the last couple of weeks, basically.
So
Right.
basically, it's like you can do the same shit on different programs. It's just the way that it's written is different.
Right. So I think everyone knows like Python as a programming language.
Like the most
Right.
basic thing in programming is like the if and else. If
Well, that's
else
just logic.
statement. Yeah.
Right. But so the difference between different programming languages is first of all the syntax, which is basically like in one language you might be like if something do this, in another language there might be like if, and then you have to have a bunch of different like statements
Yeah.
inside of it. Like there's a whole world of syntax for different languages, and then different languages are better at doing other things than other languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've basically, since I'm a full stack developer and I deal with like web applications, I've been looking at different languages, frameworks, and databases to expand my horizon, to basically figure out what I like, what I would consider using, and what I think is garble. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
if
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
Yep. I definitely didn't zone out for the past 3 minutes. Anyways, is that everything that happened to you this week?
Well, I started working out again.
Mm. Yeah, it's been kind of a messy summer, honestly, for me too. I did a lot of traveling, and a bunch of stuff is going on, so I haven't been able to keep a consistent schedule, which is my fault on that part. Like I should be at least doing some stuff when I'm traveling, but like I just kind of get lazy and then don't end up doing anything. But yeah, other than that, what happened to me this week? Well, I guess the most pertinent thing, big word there, is that we got a new lens for the camera for the podcast.
Oh yeah, I guess that was something.
That is pretty important. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we did get a new lens for the camera to get a higher quality, because the quality wasn't the best and I couldn't really get any decent thumbnails on the last podcast. So hopefully I can get some better thumbnails. And I think the only thing we really need to fix right now is the lighting when it comes to the podcast. But that was kind of, for me, the main thing with the podcast is I just want to improve one thing every week. So I'm trying to, if it's like the content on the podcast or the visuals or anything a part of that, we're just trying to slowly improve as time goes on. And what else do I have written down for this week? I guess the last thing that I can talk about is we did, we're actually going to be working at the CNE this year. Because usually during the summer, the CNE, if you guys don't know, it's the Canadian National Exhibition. It's like 18 days, and then, we work, we get some money. And, since I work basically at home online and do my own stuff, it's a good influx of cash flow. So, just work for 18 days, get a bit of extra cash. And it's going to help us for our move to Calgary as well. So if you guys are going to the CNE and want to see the boys, we'll be working at Supreme Pierogi. So
shout out to the family business. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we got our passes this week, and that's why we might not be able to get a podcast for August. Like we might miss one or two depending on if we record one earlier next week. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and yeah, that's always a fun time. So
is it though, the CNE? It's very exhausting, I must say.
It is. But it's a lot of just kind of sitting around, because obviously you have to do the work, but like, there's, sometimes periods where you can't do anything, and then you're just like chilling.
Like the busy times is busy, you know what I mean? But then like those days, like off Tuesday, you're just there, and bro, I don't remember, but maybe like a couple years ago, we like maybe sold only like one batch of pierogies. Which is wild, because normally we sell like 20 to 30 batches a day based on like how many people come. But then it's like
those rainy days,
those rainy Tuesdays, bro, no one shows up to the Canadian National Exhibition, and you're just sitting there bored out of your mind. But
Yeah. All right. Well, that's kind of the recap for the week. And yeah. So now we got that done. We have the question of the week. So unfortunately, nobody commented on the podcast yet. Like a question on the podcast. So if you guys want to be featured in the next episode, leave a question, and we might put it in our next episode. So I found my own question for this week, and I'm trying to think of something, not like a one answer question, like a one word answer. I'm trying to
like a yes no type thing.
yeah,
Right?
I want something a bit more conversation starter. So the question of the week is, if you could have a conversation with any historical figure, who would it be and why? So historical figure, we can kind of measure as like anyone who's somewhat famous, who's not alive anymore.
Historical figure.
There must be someone you look up to, or would think would be an interesting conversationalist.
Well, I think the easiest one for me to just say is Jesus, because like, who wouldn't want to say hi to the homeboy? You know what I'm saying? Like, but then it's like you like see him, and then after it's like he's on the cross and he's dead. He's like, oh shit! But then he comes back, and then you're like, yo, remember? And
Yeah,
stuff,
but
so.
it's not like.
But you could get a lot of wisdom from talking to him. You know what I'm saying?
True, but it's a conversation. You know what I mean? He's not like coming back alive. It's like for 1 hour, your boy is just chilling at dinner, and then he disappears like a ghost.
Bro, I'd be at the Last Supper, bro. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, true.
But let's not go into religious figures. Let's go into something else. I don't know many historical figures, my guy. Who was someone in history that like I want to talk to? Because like most people in history, like you could just like read like books on them, or if like I could say Einstein, but like all of his theories are written down, so it's like okay, like talking to him wouldn't be that much of a big deal,
Sure.
I feel like I want to talk to a king, but like I don't know which king.
Ooh, a king. But
Caesar could be cool to talk to if he doesn't want to like throw me in the what is that? The Colosseum for me disrespecting him or something.
William Shakespeare.
Nah, stop, bro. I don't know.
You get PTSD when you hear English literature.
Stop, bro. English was so poo-poo in high school, man. Okay, little rant here, bro. How the fuck do you get good marks in English? I want to know. Straight up. Like, because literally, okay, in grade 10 in my high school, we read Frankenstein, right? And I had to write an essay on Frankenstein. So after I write this essay, I hand it in, I get it back. I look at the notes and everything that like for the essay the teacher gave me back. Check marks everywhere. She didn't put down no comments anywhere. I'm like, shit, man, I aced this essay, bro. I probably got 100. Go to the back of the essay, 75%. I was baffled. I'm like, what? I go to my prof, and she's like, I ask her, hey, miss, like, I got check marks everywhere in my essay. You didn't write down any comments. Why don't I get 75? You know what she fucking told me? She's like, oh, you didn't fucking wow me. Bitch, like, what? What do you mean fucking wow you? I wrote everything that you wanted. Check marks everywhere. You didn't even fucking write down any comments. You gave me 75. So I genuinely want to know how the fuck do you get good marks in that class? No, no, fuck, dude. I can't say this on air, dude. I go back to William Shakespeare and give him a fucking knocking, dude. Like, straight up, dude. Like, just so he doesn't have to write the fucking Hamlet and fucking all Romeo and Juliet, these other shitty English books, bro. Nah.
You done?
I guess so, yes. No, I would not go back. To summarize, no, I would not go back to see William Shakespeare.
Okay.
Would you go back to see him or no?
I don't know. Why not? See what the homeboy was about. No, but English was an interesting time
Disgusting
as well.
fucking course, bro.
You said that was grade 10, right?
That was grade 10, bro.
Yeah, I have an interesting story from grade 10 English as well.
Do you?
Yeah. So in grade 10 we had to do, so there in grade 9 there's the math provincial test, and then the English provincial test is in grade 10. You remember that, right? I forgot what it was called.
I
The
think so.
OSSLT, is that what it was called?
I think so.
Anyways, so there's basically a provincial
Bro, that was
English
so
test
whack.
that everyone has to take to basically graduate high school. So if you fail in grade 10, you can take it 11, 12, or whatever, right? And, our English teacher's just, chilling, giving class, and, we're preparing for it. And I think a week before, she calls me up and straight to my face, she's like, yeah, you're not going to pass this test.
What do you mean you're not gonna
No,
pass
no, no.
this
She
test?
literally said to my face. I think she was giving me back my marks or something for one of my English like essays or something, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't think you're gonna pass this test, Tim." Like straight up, she didn't even tell me how to practice, what to do to so I should pass. She just straight up told me, "Yeah, you're probably not gonna pass
These
that,
fucking English teachers, man.
bro. You needed like a what, a 70 or 75 to pass." I think I got like a 71 or like a 76, so I got 1 mark above the passing
Let's
grade.
go. You know what I'm saying?
So
Would you go to the after you're like, ha 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 ha, ha, you
bro,
go to
I
the
wanted
test or
to.
whatever, bro.
The only good mark I ever got in English class is because we had to create a trailer for Macbeth.
Oh, like a video or whatever.
Yeah, so we had to basically
Yeah.
make a video. Bro, I got like a 95 on that, bro.
I mean, editing videos is kind of your thing, no?
Bro, actually I edited everything, I carried the squad. Like our class watched it like 5 times. Like we rewatched it, so anyways,
Bro, I don't
frickin'
know.
English.
Teachers have such big egos, bro. It's so wild. In grade 11, dude, I had this English prof, and for some reason, this guy was trying to make some metaphor and saying how I don't even remember what his metaphor was or what, but he was trying to say that, oh, if you put a frog in a pot and boil the pot slowly, you can kill the frog or some shit. And I just straight up rose my head. I'm like, yeah, by the way, sir, that's not been proven wrong. That's a fallacy or whatever, misconception. And it was so funny because he was on a full roll explaining his point, and I raised my hand and told him, yeah, that's not the case. The whole class went silent, and he's like, oh. Okay, then let's move on. Then I killed the whole vibe of the fucking class, dude. Yeah, I don't think he liked me ever since then, bro.
Bro, you're one
But
of
they're
those.
dumb, bro. They can only whatever. But yeah,
Bro, I don't think I ever raised my hand once in English class.
that's cap, bro.
Unless the teacher called to me to answer a
Oh,
question,
facts, dude.
I
Facts.
never raised my hand unless I was asking to go to the washroom. But hell no, bro. I'm not giving my energy to those people.
Disgusting class, bro.
Anyways, let's go back to the question of the week.
Oh,
Gotta-
who would we want to see in the
as-
past, bro?
Who would I want to see? Because I didn't answer it. You said you wanted to see Jesus. Ooh, just thinking on the top of my head, who I can think of. There's not many people that I would really want to see, but if I had to choose one person, probably George Washington.
Actually, true.
I
Going
feel like
back
it would be
to the start-
interesting to see
to the start of America
Yeah.
to see how they made their constitution,
Mm-hmm.
because they basically founded their country on breaking away from England
Yeah.
because
You
of
would go there and tell them to invade Canada. So
Fuck.
Canada-
No, we go back to 1812 and we somehow get America to win, so the whole North America becomes America.
So when we
dude.
move to Canada, we actually move to the US.
Don't worry, guys. We're not anti-Canada, bro. We're just anti-Canadian government.
It's not that we're anti-Canadian government. It's just that we dislike some of the things they do. You know what I mean? Because I think government is needed. It's just that the way they're running it right now is a bit suspicious.
Though I do agree more with certain laws in the U.S. than in Canada. But other than that, it's basically Canada is basically America light, right?
Mm.
So
All right. I think that should be enough for the question of the week. Again, if you guys want to be in next week's question of the week, leave a comment with
Comment
a
down
question.
below.
Something interesting. If it's something boring like what's your favorite color, we're not going to do that. Yeah. So the next, before we actually get to our topic of the week, I wanted to create a game that we kind of do every single week, and it's called Pass or Chat.
pass or chat?
So
what is this, bro? Tinder?
So okay, relax, buddy. Basically, each week there's something that happens in the news or like something interesting that happens, that's trending throughout the week.
Sure.
So basically, I'm going to say the headline, and then you're going to tell me pass or chat. If you say pass, we're not going to talk about it, like because you don't care. Chat, I'll give you a bit more details about it, and we'll talk about it and give our opinions on that topic.
Can I pass everything?
Okay, bro. Like,
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
yeah? All right. I don't think this happened this week. I think this happened last week, but did you see where Cardi B hurls a microphone at a fan? And say pass or chat.
Chat. I think I saw this. But didn't the guy like throw water in his
The
face or
dude
some shit?
threw a drink at her in her face, and then she retaliated by throwing a microphone. And then I watched a TikTok. You know those lawyer guys on TikTok?
Yeah.
So the guy was like, he basically said if Cardi B was allowed to do that, and the guy could technically sue Cardi B because it wasn't, when someone assaults you, you can only assault them back with this like less or equal force. And since the microphone is more force, the guy could technically sue her because
That's kind of crazy, man.
yeah.
I don't know, but like throwing drinks is always scary because you never know if they have like acid in there or something.
Okay, buddy. It's like a festival. Who's bringing acid to a festival? Okay.
What do you mean, bro? Who's bringing acid to a festival? Are you really gonna ask that stupid question,
Okay,
bro?
Not that type of acid.
Like, what
the other type of acid. Okay. This actually happened last night. Bryce Hall wins bare knuckle fighting. Do you know Bryce Hall? Anyways, before pass or chat.
Well, let's chat. Who the hell is Bryce Hall?
Okay, Bryce Hall is basically a TikToker. He was in the YouTube boxing scene. And you don't have to say chat to every single one of them. Like, if you don't know or you don't care about it, you can say pass. That's the point of the game. Anyways, basically...
Wait. So he's some YouTuber.
He TikToker guy.
Okay, let's pass. Because I thought you meant like some fighter got in the fight, but you meant some fucking YouTuber schmuck got in the fight, which I couldn't give a fuck about, man.
Okay, well, that's why we have to give you the knowledge so you understand what's going on, in the space. Anyways, Dave Portnoy buys back Barstool for $1.
Who? And he bought back who? Barstool?
Barstool.
What's Barstool?
Okay. The point of the game is when I say the headline, you say pass or chat.
Okay, but like if it's, I don't know if it's interesting or not if I don't know who the hell these people
then
are.
say chat.
Okay.
And then I give you more description, and then you can tell me if you want to continue with it or not.
Okay. Chat, bro. Who the hell are these people?
So Dave Portnoy created Barstool, and Barstool is basically a sports media company. So he sold it 3 years ago for $500 million. And he, I think this week, bought it back for $1.
How?
So basically...
What? Did the company really like go down that much?
So, no, it didn't go down that much. It's actually like a weird thing. So basically, the other company was going to have another partnership with ESPN. But since Barstool was partnered with, I think, a gambling, something to do with gambling, ESPN didn't want, Penn is the name of the company that bought Barstool. They didn't want them to be associated with them. So what Penn did, they sold Barstool back to Dave for $1. However, if Dave ever sells it, again in the future, they get half of it. However, Dave did say he was never going to sell it, so they're kind of getting screwed. But also, it helps them with taxes as well.
I guess so.
So there's a whole legal thing, but I thought it was just cool that man sold it for $500 million and bought it back for $1.
Well, you know this thing, if you love something, let it go. And if it loves you back, it'll come back right to you. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But yeah. No, Dave Portnoy, I don't know if you've seen those pizza reviews on YouTube, the one bite. Anyways, he's that guy.
Speaking of, do we still have the Domino's pizza or no? Did you eat it all?
Yeah, there's some Domino's pizza, I think.
Okay, let's go, bro.
Okay, I have a few more. Inter Miami win streak since Messi joined. Pass or chat?
Let's chat because I'm a seasonal soccer fan when it comes to like World Cup and Euro Cup.
Messi just played a game yesterday, and I think I have the stats.
Has this guy just been like dominating.
So
in this
Inter
league.
Miami has won all 5 games of its League Cup matches since Messi joined. So Messi has only played 5 games, and in those 5 games, he scored 8 goals. And I think he's, like 36 or something right now?
Bro, I don't know, dude. People always say Ronaldo, Messi, or whatever, dude. I still think it's Lewandowski. But, like, I'm just a
Okay,
biased
buddy.
Polak, right? But
Okay. That's still insane.
I don't know.
So they beat, I think, the Charlotte something yesterday, and they're going to the semifinals of whatever, the League FC or whatever it was called. But
Isn't it MLS?
I don't know, bro. I'll be
Where's that?
honest. There's different like tournaments and leagues and stuff like that. Anyways, Mans is popping off. They won, I think, 4-0 yesterday, and yeah, he scored every single game that he's played.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
I mean, but it's like it's the American League, right?
yeah, no.
which is
Honestly, I was
baby
I was
football.
watching it a bit yesterday, and it was so cringe. It was like every time they gave the ball up so many times. Like they can never get on a good like passing
No,
streak.
compared to European like leagues, it's like night and day, bro. That's why the American leagues are where the European players go to retire. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
so
All right. Logan Paul and Jake Paul beef on podcast.
pass,
Pass or chat.
pass. I couldn't give a fuck, bro.
Kai Cenat fan meetup gone wrong. Pass or chat.
Chat, who is this guy?
So Kai Cenat is a Twitch streamer,
Pass.
and recently, let me give the full description. Basically, he had a meetup. So in New York City, he was doing some sort of giveaway or something, and there was like thousands of people that showed up, and there was riots. There was people fighting. Like I think 60 people got injured. So many people got arrested. I don't know if you saw that,
No.
but
Where was this?
basically New York City.
Okay, that makes sense, but
So basically now he's actually getting charged.
for what?
So I think it's like, I don't know the exact term, but it's like unlawful starting like a group or
Like gathering or something?
gathering, something like that. And then one other charge. Because, if you have like an event or something, you have to like have the right things. Like, Taylor Swift can't have a fucking concert in the middle of Central Park.
Whatever. Yeah,
Because
you
it's
need
unsafe.
you need the proper I don't know what, like the permission from like
Yeah.
the city or whatever.
But it's kind of crazy how over the past few years and maybe 5 to 10 years, the influence of like YouTubers, Twitch streamers, and everyone on the internet actually kind of like, I would say is surpassing like actors and like, or like
well with
past
with Gen Z for sure. With the younger generation. People who are like 30 and up, maybe they still have more influence from what Hollywood has done. But the younger generation, bro, it's all like whatever's on YouTube or on Twitch or whatever.
Yeah.
Because
It's kind of insane how much influence they have right now. Like a few months ago, you saw what XQC got, all right? XQC got a kick deal for $100 million for 2 years. A non-exclusive deal. Do you know how crazy that is?
non-exclusive means you can do on Kick and Twitch, right? That's wild. That's so
It's like
crazy.
telling LeBron James, I'll give you $100 million, but you can play on the Lakers and the fucking Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
Like, that's insane. $100 million for 2 years to play video games. The caveat is the guy is crazy and streams like 12 hours a day. You know what I mean? So respect to the guy for grinding so much. But god damn, that's insane. Anyways, that was kind of it for the passer chats. What did you think of the idea?
I think it's good because it keeps people up to date with like what's happening in the world. By people, I mean me, because I know what the fuck's going on.
Right, I thought it was intriguing because I feel like we don't talk too much about what's going on, so it's good to kind of, if you see something and you want to add to the list, always recommend it. But I think it was just something interesting topic that we could kind of add weekly, and it's a good decent segment that gives us a good chunk to the podcast. So the topic I chose for this week, it's pretty vague and it's pretty big, but I thought I would keep it simple this week and keep it on Elon Musk, because I feel like the guy is pretty
Daddy
big.
Elon.
I feel like he's pretty big and he's done so much that we could put a full episode just on talking about that guy. So I have a few, stats, a bit of a biography from him. If you want me to read it, or do you want to talk a bit about him before we kind of talk about what he's done and kind of what he's
Well, I'll
accomplished?
talk about what I know about him,
And then we'll kind of add
and
on
we'll
to
see
it.
if what I know is actually true.
All right, let's see it.
So I'm pretty sure Elon Musk was born in South Africa.
That is correct.
He moved to America to do his bachelor's or master's here.
So that's actually not exactly true. So he moved to Canada first,
Oh, right.
and he went to, I think, Queens. Is it Queens? It was either, I think it's, I should have wrote down the school, but he went to a school in Canada. It was in Ontario. It's either Queens,
Damn,
Western, or one of those ones.
Nah, there's no way Elon Musk went
Okay,
to
do you want me to
Western,
double
bro.
check?
There's no way, bro.
Oh no, it was Queens. It was Queens. I do have it here. Queens. All right, chill.
I was about to say it, man.
Anyways, he was in Queens before. And do you know why he went to Canada before he went to the US?
He couldn't get a green card or some shit.
Because it's easier to immigrate to Canada, and he's like, yeah, I probably have a higher chance of immigrating to the US once I'm a Canadian citizen.
That's facts, though. So.
True. Continue on.
He is the CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and now Twitter, I think.
All right, let me get a better description of him. So, first of all, do you know Elon had founded X.com in 1999? So he was, it was rebranded to PayPal. However,
Right, he got rich off PayPal.
He got X.com. So he was waiting to use, if you go, instead of searching Twitter.com, put X.com. It comes up as that now, which is kind of funny. Man's been saving that for.
Bro had the domain for like over 20 years.
Man's been saving it. So basically, wait, I lost my notes here. So yeah, first of all, he was born in South Africa, June 28, 1971. He taught himself how to program at like 12 years old. Sold a surf software game. It's called Blaster. Man's created his own freaking game at 12. Like the guy was like meant for greatness. Like he was born different.
In 1980 as well, dude. In
Yeah.
the 80s.
So after he left Canada, he studied at Queens for 4 years. He went to the University of Pennsylvania, but he actually dropped out to start his first company. Do you know what his first company was called before PayPal?
No.
So he started Zip2 Corporation in 1995 with his brother. So it's basically an online city guide. I'm assuming it's like the map. I think
City Guide.
I think that's what that means. I'm not 100% sure.
Something like Google Maps.
Something like that. And basically he sold it 4 years later for $307 million. The thing is, I know it's like, it seems so quick. I think this is the problem with biographies, is when we read biographies, we see like 4 years and we're like, bro, that's so quick. But like in reality, 4 years is actually so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if in 10 years the podcast is doing super well and we said, yeah, after 4 years we started getting traction and started making money, like the fact we said in 4 years, people can't quantify
Well,
that.
that's because people can't quantify numbers.
Exactly.
Like if I tell you, this is $10,000, you can't quantify the number 10,000.
Exactly.
If I give you like, let's say a rock to hold and I say this rock is 5 pounds, right? And then I give you another rock that's like something, or I say that rock is like 200 pounds. You can kind of, okay, this is 5, that could be 200. You might be able to understand what that feels like, but in reality, you don't really know.
Yeah, it's I've always found that interesting. But yeah, he sold in 1999, and then that's when he started the PayPal, or started X, and then created PayPal. And after 3 years only, he sold PayPal to eBay for $1.5 billion.
Holy moly.
So, that's a bit insane. And I'm not going to go through every single thing, in detail of how it went, but basically some notable businesses he started. And the thing is, this guy, starts businesses fast. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't even finish a business and then start another one. At least after his first two. Like, he started SpaceX in 2002, and then he started Tesla in 2003. Like, imagine starting a freaking rocket company in 2002 and then a car company 1 year later. Like, this guy, I don't know how man is running all this stuff. But, yeah. That's just some notable things he's done. Also, Starlight Link, the satellites in 2018.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yes, something that probably people don't know. He works with Solar City. I don't think he's like hard into it, but it's basically a business that's trying to help with sustainable energy. Like he's slowly working on that in the background as well. And two of his newest things are the Boring Company and Twitter. So obviously Twitter we don't need to talk about, but do you know what the Boring Company is? You've probably
No.
heard of it if I tell you the description. So basically since I think he was living in LA at the time, or wherever he's living right now, like he creates tunnels under the ground. You've probably heard of that, right? Basically, because there's so much traffic in LA, he created tunnels underground to basically speed up traffic.
Interesting.
And I think he just did that basically for himself because he didn't want to wait in traffic, so he could just go underground and basically, yeah. Man, just like, bro, I don't want to wait in traffic, bro. I'm just gonna start a company, cut a hole underground, and
That's
just
so wild, dude.
and just freaking
Imagine.
go. Yeah. Anyways, that was kind of his notable things. So, what is your opinions on Elon Musk? First of all, after hearing kind of a bit of about him, like his biography.
I think he's a brilliant man. A lot of people hate on him for some reason. Now, everyone has bad qualities, but I think that he's definitely like a futurist. Is that the right word? He basically wants to improve the or move forward human civilization, right?
Yeah.
Because he makes rocket companies, electric car, renewable resources, and like recently Twitter, because he wants to be able to move the human race forward. You know what I mean? So I think that's something noble, and I mean just with like the Twitter thing, like allowing a platform where it's not monitored by governments or specific individuals, so that anyone, any Joe Blow, can just tweet, my ass is itchy, free of like whatever the hell you want
Bro,
to
he
say.
has some banger tweets.
Well, that's one thing too, but like what I'm saying is like having this opportunity to speak and let people say what they want without getting canceled is, I think, really important.
Bro, have you seen that Bill Gates meme?
Have I?
Bro, so Elon Musk, do you know the emoji of so basically Google, I don't know if it's still there or not, but Google added like an emoji. Was it Google or Apple or whatever who controls emojis? They basically added an emoji of a pregnant man in a blue shirt, and Bill Gates is like slightly like fat, and he was wearing a blue shirt.
Oh, I've seen that.
And he
Yeah.
posted both pictures beside each other. I don't know what the caption was, but like,
Yeah.
imagine being the richest man in the world and tweeting that. Like, that is.
I mean,
so
he has a
true.
sense of humor. You know what I mean?
Actually, and his laugh. Have you heard his laugh,
I think so.
bro?
Yeah.
His laugh is so like. It's like you would think of a billionaire and you wouldn't think of his laugh. Like he sounds like a little kid just laughing.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we can. I guess I can read off some fun facts about Elon to kind of get things moving here. So one fun fact is he actually almost sold Tesla to Google.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I know Tesla's been not bankrupt, but I guess in debt for so many years before. I think only now it started becoming like breaking even or even
Yeah.
making a profit.
Like it was so bad that like they considered selling it to Google. But I honestly think if they sold it to Google, like Tesla would have like I don't think it would have been Tesla today,
Oh,
because
100% no.
Elon, like the thing is like with most people that like run businesses and stuff, they hire a good team, and I think Elon does hire a really good team, and like he attracts really intelligent people. But like I heard a story one time where like his team was stuck on a problem for like a week or 2 weeks, and then Elon just comes in because obviously Elon's not there on a day-to-day basis. He comes in, is there for like a few hours and just solves the fucking problem. And there's like the 10 smartest people in the world, and then Elon is just like easy clap. Like,
I mean, he's the Tony Stark of the real world. You know what I mean?
actually, he actually is the
I wouldn't
Tony
be surprised
Stark.
if he was trying to build an Iron Man suit.
Bro, and now he's fighting freaking what's his face? Zuckerberg?
Okay, is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Or is that like a meme?
No, it's real. They're actually fighting. Like, they're creating their own event in Italy. They want to use the Colosseum.
You're lying.
Nah, I'm dead ass. And the thing is, like, Elon tweeted, like, they're getting something done in Italy. So I don't know if they're actually going to use the Colosseum, but I know the fight is happening.
Nah, there's no
Bro.
way. I thought that was just like a meme or some shit.
No, and it's all for charity, too, because they don't need the money. The two richest men.
Elon Musk is going to slap Zuckerberg so hard, it's not even funny, dude.
Bro, I am so watching that.
Bro, Zuckerberg's like 5'9".
That's going to be the highest pay-per-viewed event in history.
Probably.
Holy moly.
But I mean, Zuckerberg's 5'9". Elon Musk is over 6 foot. Elon Musk doesn't train. Zuckerberg trains. But if Elon takes 5 months to train, it's GG. Because the size difference is just, forget it.
Bro.
Did they say what they're fighting? Is it just boxing? Is it MMA? What
I
is it?
think it's MMA.
Oh, then you know why it's MMA? Because if it's just boxing, like Zuckerberg would have no chance. And I think I seen Zuckerberg do jiu-jitsu or like some
Yeah, he
judo or
is
some
black belt or something.
shit. Right? But no, Elon's gonna destroy him so hard. It's not even close.
I am definitely watching that when that's gonna happen. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the fun facts here. I guess it's not really a fun fact. This is kind of known knowledge, but like he has like a bunch of kids. You probably know that, right?
Like 9 kids or some
Like
shit.
some crazy number like that. But like I've seen some of the podcasts he's actually been on, and I think one thing he actually brings up a good point is the overpopulation argument is like the biggest myth or one of the biggest myths
That is
that's
a fact.
that's being told by the media.
That's a fact.
So basically, I don't know when it's been starting to decline, but like somewhere after the internet boom, after the internet started to become popular and everyone started to be, online and stuff like that, the population has actually started to decline when people think it's on the incline. So we actually have more of an underpopulation issue rather than an overpopulation
Well,
issue.
especially in the West here. Because, like, North America, a bunch of European countries, some Asian countries like Japan, especially Japan, but also South Korea, they have, like, a huge, like, population decline going on right now. You know what I mean? Which is kind of concerning for these countries because with a lower population or with less young people, less work can be done. Because, like, hard labor work like construction or, like, building, electrician, plumbing, all this stuff is normally done by the younger generation. So I'm not saying that, like, people who are in their 50s or 60s can't do that, but a lot less people are going into those trades, making it a lot harder for our civilization to upkeep, like, the infrastructure, right? Like, why do you think plumbers and electricians are making so much money now? It's because there's a shortage of them, right?
So my question is, if we keep losing, people, aren't we gonna? Isn't the housing market gonna like go down? Like, this is just purely theoretical, but like, if we get less and less people, isn't there gonna be more houses than people, or is there? Or I think right now there is more people than houses,
So-
right? I don't know how that exactly works.
So so for a stable housing market, there should be, for every one person, there should be 2 houses for, like, a good housing market in the country. I'll talk about Japan because I know about Japan a bit, and I'll talk about Canada afterwards. In Japan, since their population is declining so badly, there's literally, like, ghost houses that are worth, like, $0 in the cities because they're like run down houses just there that no one owns because people of the family just died off because the population is going down. So there's like millions of homes in like Japan that you can literally get for free because there's no people to like house them.
But isn't there like a limit to how many kids you can have, or is that China?
That used to be China. There's no more limits on children in
China
anymore. That they got rid of that.
Oh, I thought that was still a thing.
But so in Japan, like the housing market is kind of crazy because you can only get a house for free, but it's like completely run down. You have to like do renovation and stuff of it. But that's because there's so much lack of population.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Canada, since a lot of people immigrate here, and we don't want to build houses for some reason. It wasn't that we're not building houses, that different provinces have different regulations, and also the federal government is not incentivizing to build houses here, which is why we have a problem with housing here, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why we're moving to Calgary, so we can actually
Woo!
afford a house. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out Alberta.
All right. Let's see if there's any other interesting facts we can find over here. He wasn't the founder of Tesla. Musk's most successful venture may be Tesla, but the company wasn't his idea. Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning founded the company in 2003 and brought Musk and his money aboard a year later. Musk invested $6.35 million in Tesla's first round of venture funding in 2004. He's now CEO of the company.
Interesting.
I did not know that. I thought he was the creator, but I guess
he was probably the biggest investor at the time.
probably. I guess I'm assuming he probably had the ideas before and probably did research on it and found Tesla. And instead of probably starting up on his own, probably joining them was probably a smarter idea.
Yeah, since they probably already had like blueprints and like ideas on how to get like stuff done if they had the company, right? So
all right, let's get one more fun fact on Elon Musk before we give our final offs on Elon Musk on what we think of him. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing here. He has Asperger's syndrome. The tech mogul has been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, a mild form of autism with characteristics such as detailed focus on topics of interest and difficulty with social interactions. Okay, that actually makes sense.
well, yeah, because have you ever noticed like in interviews he kind of like maybe like stutters a little bit or he like takes some time to think about stuff, and the way that he he like gets lost in thought, I guess, from time to time.
Yeah, but I think the most creative people are the ones that are people that are like slightly different, because it's like if you're so excellent in this aspect, like if his mind is so great, then other aspects are not going to be the same. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like I don't know if you watched this documentary, but there was like this thing like a couple years ago where like there's this guy who he had some kind of condition and he could just hear any like song and play on the piano perfectly. Like 99% like the notes were like the same.
Do you know Charlie Puth?
He was a singer, no?
Yes. So basically what you're talking about is a thing called perfect pitch, and some musicians have it. He's one of them, where basically if you literally if you say a note like he can click on the piano which exact note that is. Like for him, like how when you hear me talk, like if I say tree, you think of tree. When he hears the voice, he sees the note in his head.
Yeah.
Which is insane. But anyways, yeah, any final comments on Elon Musk?
I think he's doing great work. If he is fighting Zuckerberg, then he better knock him the fuck out, bro.
Freaking Zucky, bro.
Because is it Zuckerberg that? Because what's that new thing that's like Twitter?
Threads, yeah.
It's run by Facebook, no, or whatever. Zuckerberg.
Yeah, it's Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, so since Elon made Twitter open source, Zuckerberg just copy pasted and made it into Threads.
Yeah, honestly, I saw an article on it. It was like Threads lost 50% of its users after like the first week or something.
I wonder why.
So yeah, no, Twitter is just better.
No, Elon's gotta beat him up for trying to take away his market. So
All right. I think that's it for Elon today. Now let's get on to our fun topics. Let's go back to our classic. Am I the asshole? All right.
is that like the tone that you're gonna do?
I don't
for
know. I was trying something out. Did you like it?
No. If you do that, then maybe you should like cut in like a slide. Do like.
Do you want
know.
to edit the videos?
No, you're good.
Am I the asshole for checking out of parental duties after my wife said I'm not the father? Interesting title there.
Bro.
My wife and I have been married for about 4 years. She brought 3 kids from previous relationships into the marriage while I have none. They moved into my house after the marriage because I live in a better school district. Obviously, we've had our ups and downs, but overall it's been good until a couple of weeks ago when I woke up and found a large dent running down the entire passenger side of my car. The dent is about a hand wide, starts at the front fender, and runs down all the way to the rear tire. I was furious and thought someone sideswept my car as it was parked on the street. I checked our doorbell camera to see if it recorded anything, and was surprised to see our 16-year-old daughter sneaking out of the house in the middle of the night and driving off in my car. She later returned hours later, stumbling into the house. Outside of those 2 events, the doorbell camera didn't record anything else but a couple of passing cars that didn't come close to mine. I angrily showed my wife the recording and told her our daughter needs to be punished, but she said that she'll talk to her. I argued that talk isn't enough, which led us into an argument. My wife argued that the new family dynamic has been hard on the kids, while I argued that it doesn't excuse the damage done to my car. I wanted her to agree to ground our daughter from social media and make her get a job to pay for the damage. We argued for hours until she said, I don't get a say in any punishment because I'm not her father. That ended the argument and I walked off. Since then, I've checked out of my parental duties. I've been an adult and still make sure the kids are safe and fed, but I haven't done anything a father would do. They had doctor's appointments last week for their checkups because they play sports in school and I refused to drive them, causing my wife to have to take off work. They start school next week and I've dropped them off ever since they moved in, but I told my wife she'll have to do it this year. She argued she can't because of her work schedule, and I answered a mother would figure it out. She called me a child and to grow up. I think since I'm not the father, I don't have to take on the responsibilities of one, but obviously she disagrees. So that's it. He did add an extra comment at the end, so am I the asshole? But I'm going to read the extra comment. It's like two sentences or 2 paragraphs. Anyways, I was angry when I wrote it, so I left out some info. My wife wants me to report it to my insurance as a hit and run. She said that way no one has to pay for it. I argue that I'll have to pay for it in the long run because they'll jack up my rates. I'm not ignoring the kids and I still talk to them daily. I just don't do or make any parental decisions like I stated above. Also, the other day our son asked me if he should play basketball or football, and I told him to go ask his mother. Am I the asshole? I chose this one because last time it was pretty one-sided. I feel like this one you could make arguments for both.
Nah, bro.
Yes, you can.
Nah, there's no way. I'll explain it very simply, okay? So, this man married this woman with 3 children, right?
That was the first mistake.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't advocate people
that's tough.
to marry anyone that has children in previous relationships, from previous relationships.
Yeah.
Because
that just
that
makes life
person will
difficult.
always put their kids above you, right? Which makes sense because their kids are like blood and you're not to their kids, right? It's different when like both the mother and father have a child, then it's like, yeah, the child is both the parents, but if it comes from some other relationship, then this is where it gets finicky, right? And that's where at the start of the relationship, it should be decided upon the dynamic and like how it's going to be. Because if this woman with her 3 children decides to marry this new man, then I believe that the man should take fatherly responsibility over the wife and the children. In the sense of like, okay, the woman trusts the man, decided to marry this man. She has children, and the man accepts that. However, since the guy accepts that, the woman has to accept leadership and responsibility on the man's part. She can't expect the man to provide and take care of her children without the man also having authority to tell the children what to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think, he definitely has a responsibility and to make sure that the household is ran correctly. And, obviously I'm not saying that the woman shouldn't have a say, like his wife shouldn't have a say.
Well, I didn't say he didn't have a say.
She definitely has an opinion. However, in this case, it's the wrong opinion to say that to lie to the insurance company. Like, first of all, I'm pretty sure that's a felony. Second of all, what is the issue with the daughter getting a job to pay for a mistake that she did? Like, I don't see how that's an issue. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
And then the argument comes back to how he's reacting. So I think technically how he's reacting is obviously okay, because, she said, okay, you're not the father, so then he doesn't have to take any fatherly responsibilities. However, I think this is just they just need better communication. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this was like an argument. One side said this, one side said that. And this is just a lack of communication.
I mean, a lack of communication, but it's also a lack of respect. Because if the woman married this man, then obviously she must have some level of respect for him. And if she can't trust him to make decisions that will benefit her own children that are not even the guy's children by blood, then that's an issue. That just tells me that in this relationship, the woman doesn't trust the man at all, has no respect for him, and which is an issue, right? So,
all right, let's go back to the point. Is he the asshole or is he not the asshole? I would say he's kind of an asshole, but not fully.
Asshole is not the right word. For me, it's more like he brought this upon himself by not setting boundaries and communicating at the start of the relationship.
Exactly.
Right.
Take accountability for your actions. Or, basically.
Well, accountability and also set boundaries too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if he got in a relationship with this woman, he should have told her, hey, I'm going to be a father to your children. If your children do something stupid, I will discipline them. And if she can't handle that, then, it would never work out.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is just a very unfortunate situation that this man is in. Yeah.
I agree. All right. We have 2 games before we end off the cast. So, we're going to play a game. And it's kind of like a most likely to basically how well do we know each other. So, I wish we had a board or something we could use. I'm trying to see. Do we have anything we can use?
For what?
For the game. So, wait, can you get those hats over there?
No, I'm good.
Can you get the hats,
Do we need a board?
Yes.
Why?
Get the hats, please. Good sir, get the hats. Get the hats, bro. Bro, I'm going to flip you off. Get the hats, man.
Bro. The hats?
Yes. Okay, we're going to use these hats. So which hat do you want? Do you want the... Oh, wait, let's just use the blue. Both blue.
Bro.
Wait, one sec.
Bro, I already have a hat on, dude.
Okay, this is not for you to wear. Take one of the hats. So basically, I'm going to say most likely to. And then let's say I will be the blue hat. So if it's me that's most likely to, you raise the blue hat. If it's not, you just leave it down. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So if we raise the blue hat, I'm most likely to. If we don't raise it, you're most likely to.
Okay.
Okay? So, and I'll do a countdown so we don't, So we're trying to be on the same page here. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
All right. First one. Most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse. Wait. Before we say anything, think about it for a few seconds. Tell me when you got your answer. Do you have your answer?
Raised is you, lower is me.
Yes.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me? Put your hand on the hat so I don't know what you're doing.
Hmm?
Put your hand on the hat.
Well, you already know the answer to this, and if you think it's you, you're delusional.
3, 2, 1. Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought, bro.
The thing is, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I'll probably just kill myself. Because
Whoa, that went fucking dark out of nowhere.
Because
bro.
realistically, what are the options here? I live a shitty life, or I become a zombie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be a zombie.
Yeah, bro, but we got that ammunition.
No,
dude.
shut the hell up, bro.
Plus, I know how to hunt too, bro. We'd be fine.
Shut
What the fuck are you talking
up.
about, bro?
Bro, that would be such a boring life. Running away from zombies? Like, bro.
Okay, but like, giving up is worse though.
I wouldn't be giving up.
You would? I'd kill myself.
That's not
like,
giving
you'd
up.
fucking just give up, bro.
That is not giving up.
Yes, it is. It's taking the easy way out.
How is it taking the easy way out?
Because life is about struggling. So if shit.
Okay, zombie apocalypse. Yeah, struggling, bro.
Okay, but like, yeah, I'd be more likely to survive because I wouldn't kill myself or whatever. Okay,
But anyways, who's most likely to become a best-selling author? 3, 2, 1.
bro, I ain't fucking writing shit.
Yeah, you
dude.
don't know how to read either, you illiterate fuck.
That came out of nowhere.
Sorry, I didn't mean it, dummy. But I actually am thinking of writing a book in the future. I've had
A book on what?
I don't know. I feel like it would be interesting. The thing is, like, I've always wanted to like do something cool in life, so I can write a book about it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a biography is always a cool book to write.
I guess so.
But other than a biography, I don't know. I would have to think of something, but I don't know. I would definitely consider writing something and becoming a best-selling author. That's a dub. All right. Who's most likely to win a reality TV competition?
A reality TV.
So should we get into specifics? What type of reality TV?
Yes.
So
Because like the only reality TV competitions
so
that
there's
I know
either
of,
dating shows or like a game show.
they have those like survival island shit too.
I guess that one. So there's either are we doing dating show, a survival show, or a game show?
I feel like we should do all of them.
You want to do all of them? All right, we'll do quick fire. So dating show. 3, 2, 1.
You're capping.
What do you mean?
You have no riz, bro.
You have no riz.
At least I've been on dates with girls before.
Bro, what are
and
you
I had a
talking
girlfriend
about?
in high school, bro.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I-
No, you
Shut-
didn't.
Yes, I did, bro.
No, you were on the swim team. You took naked showers with other boys. Like, you were on, like, the other side of the spectrum. All right, buddy?
I had a
Anyways,
girlfriend though, dude.
That's cap. Anyways.
It's not cap.
Second, so, game show.
Whoa, back to the thing.
We're speed running this. We're not... Okay.
Why would you be better
Okay.
than me with women? You're the one who even told me, yo, I can't talk to girls, bro.
I've never said that in my life.
That's
What are
cap.
you capping about?
I'm capping, bro.
Yes, you're capping.
Okay, bro. We
Alright.
should move on.
Game show. Game show like a quiz game or something like that. 3, 2, 1.
Well, that's... Yeah.
Well, I think we have to be more specific, but like I think I know more shit than you do. I'm more intelligent. Anyways,
That's not true.
third and final one, survival show. 3, 2, 1.
You're stupid as fuck. bro.
How?
Do you know how to start a fire?
Bro, I can figure it out.
Yeah, okay, bro.
See, the thing is, do you know why you would lose on every reality TV show? Because everyone would hate you. The whole point of reality TV is you're supposed to get
What do you mean
people
everyone would hate? Dude, everyone would love me, bro.
everyone, no, you.
Everyone would fucking
Nah.
love me, bro.
Nah. You would say some dumb shit and people would just like turn on you.
Okay, but I'd still outmuscle them and I'd still survive on my
But
own.
the thing
better
is with
than
reality
without them, bro.
TV is you have to trust other people and work with other people.
Okay, but I can do that, bro. You're making it out like I'm like unsocial. I don't know how to fucking talk to people, bro.
Exactly.
You're the guy who stayed in his room for like 2 years doing Twitch stuff, bro.
Bro, don't talk to me. Anyways. Let's move on to the next one. Most likely to go on a spontaneous road trip. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Well, I mean, you're the guy who's making me gonna drive all the way to Alberta from Ontario, and you don't want to sit with me, man.
Bro, it's like the thing is like I don't mind doing stuff like that, but like right now I'm just trying to make money, so I don't want to be traveling too much. I already did too much travel this year. So, I think maybe if I was more financially secure, I would be down to do more stuff like that, but for now I'm just chilling. You would just want to go to fucking Saskatchewan, fam.
Facts.
All right, last one. Most likely to win an Olympic gold medal. 3, 2, 1.
In what?
In what? That's a great question.
This guy raised this thing and asked in what, bro?
Well, it didn't. The question didn't specify in what.
Okay, Olympic gold medal. What are
Yeah.
your options? You doing summer or winter Olympics?
Definitely summer.
Okay, what in summer?
Probably a sprinter.
I out sprinted you the other day, bro.
Yeah, but we're saying, who like right now none of us can do it. But like
Who's most likely, bro?
none of us.
I used to be a provincial swimmer, man.
Yeah,
If I
but
kept
like,
swimming in uni, I could have maybe gotten on the provincial team or Canadian team.
bro, in like 5th grade, I got like 6th place in like a running competition.
Yeah, those two are very comparable, my guy. But is that the last one or what?
That was the last most likely question. All right, what do you think of that category? What is that called? Subject? I forgot the name. What is that? What are we calling these? Why can't I think of the name?
How would we call it fucking cappers, bro? Because both of us are fucking capping the entire time, man.
What do you mean? No, it's like
What? Oh yeah, bro.
I'm not capping. I never cap. Before we kind of end off the episode of the podcast, we'll end it off with kind of a game we played last time. The ranking these 5 things blindly.
Okay.
Excuse me. Rank these 5 clothing brands without knowing what's next. Gucci.
Why'd you pick Gucci, bro? Do I look like a guy who wears Gucci?
Well, that's the whole point. You don't know what's coming next.
Fuck, I don't know. 3,
Nike.
5,
H&M.
4,
Adidas.
1.
Lululemon.
Fuck.
You have to put that too. So you would go Adidas, then Lululemon?
Stop.
Damn, bro.
Stop.
Damn.
Well, you already know what the fuck I'm repping all the time.
All right, let's go through the list. Adidas. Why is Adidas number 1?
Because as a Slav, right, it's by birth, you're given a tracksuit, right? So you have to wear Adidas. It's just in the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's number 1.
Mm-hmm. Lululemon at number 2.
Bro, have you seen my dumpy, bro? I do them squats and deadlifts, dude. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have a dumpy.
I got that dumpy, bro.
Bro, just take some like steroids and then you'll have that dumpy.
Stop. Nah, bro, I'm good. I want kids in the future.
Okay, Gucci at number 3.
I don't wear Gucci, bro.
Bro, you would be the type to wear Gucci flip-flops.
No, dude. I don't even like wearing flip-flops.
H&M at 4.
It's such a basic clothing brand, bro.
Yeah, I used to like H&M because it was cheap, but now I like every time I try and get anything from there, it's just like dirty quality.
It's trash quality, bro.
And then I think the most notable one we should talk about is Nike at 5. What's on with that, fam?
Because Adidas is number 1, which therefore means Nike as its competitors at the bottom.
I prefer Nike over Adidas.
Well, thank you guys for watching. I gotta beat this guy off.
Whoa!
That didn't sound right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa. That didn't fucking sound right, dude.
What the fuck? What are you saying? What the? Okay, well, I was gonna end it. That was the last game for the podcast. That came out of nowhere. Any signing off words before you beat me off? Okay, man. See you guys.